Now we're going to jump over to Fruity's Fantasy. Okay, Fruity's Fantasy. I love it. I love it. I love Fruity's Fantasy. Fruity's Fantasy gives me a bit of energy in the morning. I wake up and I think of Fruity's Fantasy and I just go, damn, Fruity's Fantasy is bloody awesome. It's bloody awesome, isn't it? Now we're going to go into sign, safe, sack. Okay, so if you're unaware, sign, player who think you should sign, sack, player I think you should get rid of, and safe, a player that I think, hey, just keep him, relax, he'll be good. Now, first up, and I just mentioned about him, I just gave him big raps. Could be an interesting one because his fixtures maybe aren't that favourable. I mean, Tottenham, I think he could have a huge game. Then he's got Man City after that, Romelu Lukaku. I think you need to bring in Romelu Lukaku. And whether it means you maybe sacrifice a little bit in your midfield, okay, I think if you can have a Lukaku-Ronaldo strike partnership, that would just be an absolute madness. That's just points galore. If you can have, and I don't know how you would really do it. Maybe it's going to be very difficult. But if there's people out there doubting Ronaldo, Lukaku is your easy option because he's going to smash it. You can see his fixtures there after Tottenham and Man City, Southampton, Brentford, Norwich, Newcastle, Burnley. Doesn't get easier than that. Hey, look at Chelsea's point. Chelsea really should win those next 6 games, 100%. Maybe the Man City one, obviously, could be a bit tougher. So if I'm you, he's already scored 3, scored 1 in the Champions League this morning. If I'm you, I'm bringing in Romelu Lukaku. If you want to move around a little bit, I think Rom could be a good shout. Now we'll go over to the sack player. And sack player is Danny Ings. Danny Ings, I'm saying get rid of. Give him the boot. Get rid of him. Okay. With Antonio also out, Antonio is also a shout to be sacked with suspension. But I'm just thinking in the long term, once Antonio comes back, I think people will try to bring him back. I'm trying to be a bit different to like your obvious ones as well. I just don't want to give you the easy ones. The fixtures do it for me. Everton, Manchester United, and Tottenham. And if you look at Patrick Bamford's fixtures, Leeds fixtures are much more favourable than those next 3 for Danny Ings. And I don't think Villa have really been striking as much and being as solid as what I think people might have thought they would be. But I think Danny Ings might be looking to let him go. Now, safe, and if you did catch it last week, I had the same player because I keep on hearing his name coming up. Safe, I'm going to go Mason Greenwood. Okay, and it could be an interesting one. And I know he didn't score against Newcastle. He was quite influential still. 3 goals still this season, so far. I know it's very early days. But with 3 goals, okay, again, the Ronaldo factor, I'm going to say it. I think Greenwood is more certain than Jadon Sancho right now. And I know Greenwood's definitely got to play against West Ham because he didn't start. He didn't come on against this morning against Young Boys. So I think it was a much deserved rest for him also. And I think it showed me maybe Greenwood was a losing factor in that game this morning. So Mason Greenwood was someone who I definitely keep in, with a lot of attention being brought to Ronaldo, with our play sort of showing last week against Newcastle, where we're going to try and cross it in when we can, especially with Ronaldo in there. Greenwood can whip a ball in, so you might be seeing a couple more assists than what you usually would for Mason Greenwood as well. So for now, I'm going to keep Mason Greenwood in there, and I think it could be a bit of a moneymaker for you. I'd still stick for him for a couple of weeks. United's fixtures, like maybe Greenwood, you can give another 2-3 weeks, maybe another 2-3 weeks. So that's going to do it for sign, safe, sack, and then we're going to